How do you get your brand to be a remembered e-commerce brand? So in the last video, we talked about getting to the level of known on the marketing spectrum. Now we're going to talk about how to go from known to remembered as an e-commerce company. So how do you do this? Well, it's a little bit different for e-coms than it is for other types of businesses. The very first step to being remembered is to make sure that your customer service game is on point. That trickles into social media quite a bit for an e-com company, but you've got to make sure that your customer service plans and process and the way the people who are representing your company and the customer service aspect really are on point. The reason that is part of this marketing plan here is you're going to get great information out of that to use in marketing. You should get some great testimonials to use in marketing, but without that, your business is not going to make it. Because I know that's a brutally honest thing to say, but the truth is you got to be on point with customer service, especially for e-commerce companies, because your customers don't have really any other touch point with you other than the product and then customer service. So just keep that in mind. So you're also going to want to praise your customers on social. If they tag you in a product post or any type of post really, you're going to want to make sure you interact and engage with your customers, especially if they're engaging with you. The other thing you're going to do to get to your remembered is you're going to educate. Up until this point, you've probably been really focused on selling your products. Totally get that, and it makes sense. Now that you've gotten to this level and you're working on becoming remembered, one of the most memorable things that e-commerce companies can do is to not just share the product, but share how to use it, educate your customers, and it may be even educating your customers about how you make the product or why you make the product or why you use certain ingredients in your product or certain materials in those products. That type of information, you'll find that your ideal target audience really values, and it gives them a little bit more insight about how you run your business, which in the long run, it's going to have them come back and buy more from you. And it's also going to make them more likely to share your information with other people. Another thing you're going to do here at this stage to get to remembered is you're going to really identify your best target audiences. You're going to identify the products that are selling the best, and you're really going to start creating messages around that information. So you're going to start creating messages and copy that really speaks to those audiences and that really highlights those products. So it's important to have your analytics running so that you can know, what that information is, basically. This is also the phase where you're going to start working with influencers. So you're going to go out, find influencers who align with your brand, and you're going to see if you can get them to talk about your product on their platforms online. And that'll help grow your reach a little bit faster. And at this stage, usually we don't give this advice, but for e-coms we do, because let's face it, you're in a different market and it's an entirely different type of business. You are going to start using some retargeting ads at this phase to get to remembered. It's important to bring those people back to your site. If they've come to your site, it's important for them to get back there and hopefully purchase from you. And so that's something that we don't usually advise until the next stage, but for e-commerce brands, it's important for you to go ahead and start retargeting at this point. So how do you know if you've become remembered as an e-com brand? Well, you'll find that you see word of mouth generating leads, generating customers, and generating traffic to your website. You're going to see that your opt-ins to your email marketing campaigns and your social media content grow more quickly. You're going to see more engagement on those platforms as well. And you're going to get glowing reviews from your customers, but only if you ask them for it. You haven't yet gotten to the stage where they just happen organically. So those are just some indicators that you may have gotten into the remembered phase of the marketing plan. And that's really how you do it. This video was about going from known to remembered. The next video is going to be about going from remembered to the final point, which is respected, and then how to stay there. So stay tuned, that video is coming up shortly, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please reach out.